this kind of got me into a disagreement with Nikki, but somebody asked me one time what I thought of the Heroin Diaries. And I said, oh man, it's a great book. Well, I was in Brazil and the interviewer said, do you think it was colored? And I said, yes. And he goes, why? I said, well, because the dirt was colored as well. He was like, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, okay, just for example, I was kidding with him, but I go, there's a part in there where it says I went back to this model's apartment and I had an orgy with these 5 girls. And I was kidding with him. I said, in all actuality, it was only 4. But in all actuality, truthfully, it was only 1 girl. But they had to make me seem bigger than life and whatever. It was colored.
Wow.
But everything is.
That was added to your story of the 1 girl? Yeah. They added that?
Yeah. Wow. Whoever. I'm like, okay. And what Nikki took offense to was the guy said, do you believe this to be factual? And I said, I don't know. Most of the people that I've dealt with that did heroin didn't have the foresight to bring a diary with them. And the ones that did write their escapades down couldn't remember what they did the day before. But I followed it with, maybe Nikki's different. I don't know. But it's probably colored a little bit to make it more interesting to the reader. But I'm a what you see, what you get thing. And I kind of took offense a little bit to the fact that they made me, they felt maybe my story about the Japanese model wasn't whatever enough, and they took liberties and colored it. I'm not that guy. I've never been that guy. I'm never going to be that guy, and I make no bones about it. So my observation about the Heroin Diaries was just my observation. And so Nikki and I had a little email exchange, and he kind of gave me some shit for it. And I just said, dude, I never slagged your book. I said it was a good read, but I said this, this, and this. And at the end, I did go back and say, it's a great read. I own the book. I bought the book. It deserved to be at number 1. It was a great book. This was just my personal observation. And then I closed my letter with, why do you give a about anything I have to say? Have a great life. Crap.
Were you cut in on the dirt? Did you receive any kind of royalty from it?
Yeah, but I don't get it till 2087. No, honestly, I didn't ask for anything. I didn't take anything. And that whole story is also in my book. I dive into a lot of this shit way deeper. I've got my issues with Motley Crue, and they're never going to go away.